Why Princess Leonor is the most powerful royal in Europe, the untold story of a future queen. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe for more deep, fascinating stories about royalty, power, and history. You won't want to miss what's coming next. A hook that changes everything. What if the most powerful royal in Europe today isn't a king, a queen, or a seasoned political figure, but a young woman still shaping her destiny? What if behind the carefully controlled smiles, military training, academic excellence, and public appearances stands a figure whose future influence could reshape not only Spain, but the entire European monarchy system? Meet a royal whose rising power, unmatched preparation, and symbolic authority are quietly redefining what leadership means in the 21st century. From commanding military respect to mastering languages, from embodying democratic monarchy to becoming a global diplomatic symbol, Princess Leonor is emerging as the most powerful royal in Europe, not because she demands it, but because history, destiny, and preparation have placed her there. And once you discover the full story behind her rise, you may never look at European royalty the same way again. Chapter 1. Power Redefined. What does power mean in modern royalty? In centuries past, power meant armies, gold, and conquest. Kings commanded legions. Queens controlled empires. Dynasties rose and fell through warfare and alliances. But today, royal power operates differently. Modern monarchy power is built on symbolic authority, diplomatic influence, cultural leadership, public trust, political neutrality, soft power on a global scale. This is where Princess Leonor dominates. Unlike monarchs who rule over ceremonial systems with limited public connection, Leonor stands at the center of one of Europe's most politically sensitive monarchies, Spain. Spain's monarchy is not just ceremonial. It is constitutionally vital. It symbolizes unity in a country shaped by regional identity, political polarization, and historical wounds. To become Queen of Spain is not to inherit a throne, it is to inherit the stability of a nation. That makes Leonor's role not symbolic, but essential. Chapter 2. Born into Responsibility, a Crown from Birth. From the moment she was born, Princess Leonor's destiny was sealed. As the eldest daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, she became heir presumptive to the Spanish throne. Princess of Asturias, the future face of Spanish monarchy. This was not merely a ceremonial title. It was a commitment to a lifetime of duty. Unlike many royals who grow up shielded from political responsibility, Leonor was raised knowing that one day, she would become Spain's head of state. Her childhood was carefully structured. Education focused on discipline, leadership, and intellectual excellence. Training in emotional control and public speaking. Exposure to Spanish culture, history, and law. Continuous preparation for diplomacy. Every step of her upbringing was shaped by one goal: to create the strongest monarch Spain could ever have. Chapter 3. A Strategic Education, Training a Queen for the Modern World. Princess Leonor's education is perhaps the most intense of any European royal. Her schooling included elite Spanish institutions, international education programs, multilingual immersion, rigorous academic performance. She speaks several languages fluently, including Spanish, English, French, basic Arabic, knowledge of Catalan and Galician. In a Europe fragmented by language, culture, and political division, her linguistic ability alone gives her extraordinary diplomatic power. But her education doesn't stop at academics. She has undergone military training across all three branches: leadership, development programs, constitutional studies, diplomatic protocol mastery. This combination is rare even among ruling monarchs. Princess Leonor is not being trained to reign, she is being trained to lead. Chapter 4. Military Authority, the Crown and the Armed Forces. In Spain, the monarch holds a critical constitutional role as supreme commander of the armed forces. Unlike symbolic positions in other countries, this role carries deep historical meaning. Princess Leonor's military training includes army instruction, naval training, air force exposure, tactical leadership, discipline conditioning. This training does two powerful things. It builds her leadership credibility. It secures loyalty from Spain's military establishment. When she steps onto military grounds in uniform, she does not appear as a ceremonial figure, she appears as Spain's future commander-in-chief. This grants her authority beyond her age, earning respect not just nationally, but internationally. Few European royals undergo such intense military preparation. That alone elevates her status above most of her peers. Chapter 5. The Burden of History, Why Spain Needs Leonor. Spain's monarchy is fragile. It has faced dictatorship, civil war, political division, royal scandals, republican movements. The monarchy survives because it symbolizes unity, continuity, and stability. Princess Leonor is now the symbol of a new beginning. Her clean image, moral discipline, and modern mindset represent a dramatic break from the scandals of the past. For millions of Spaniards, Leonor is not just the future queen, she is the future of the monarchy itself. If she succeeds, the institution thrives. If she fails, the monarchy may not survive another generation. That makes her power existential. Chapter 6. Soft Power, the Invisible Force That Shapes Nations. Soft power is the ability to influence through attraction rather than coercion. Princess Leonor commands immense soft power through youth appeal, media fascination, public admiration, global interest. She is one of the most watched young royals in the world. Every speech she gives, every uniform she wears, every gesture she makes sends ripples across Europe, Latin America, the global Spanish-speaking world. Spain has deep historical ties to Latin America, Africa, the Mediterranean, Europe. Leonor represents a bridge between continents. Her influence travels far beyond Spanish borders. This makes her not only Spain's future queen, but one of Europe's most influential global ambassadors. Chapter 7. A New Royal Archetype, Breaking Centuries of Tradition. Princess Leonor is redefining what royalty looks like. She is educated, disciplined, emotionally intelligent, media aware, politically neutral, globally connected. She represents a monarchy that listens, learns, and adapts. This makes her far more powerful than monarchs who cling to tradition without evolution. Her presence sends a message. Royalty can be modern. Royalty can be intelligent. Royalty can be responsible. That cultural leadership places her ahead of her generation. Chapter 8. The Future Queen, What Happens When Leonor Takes the Throne. When Princess Leonor becomes Queen of Spain, she will be the youngest reigning monarch in Europe. One of the most prepared sovereigns in history. A female leader in a traditionally male-dominated role. Her reign could reshape Spain's global image, European monarchy relevance, diplomatic relations across continents. Her leadership style is expected to emphasize transparency, responsibility, education, social unity. She will not rule through fear. She will rule through respect. Chapter 9. Comparison with other European royals, Why Leonor Stands Above. Across Europe, many royal heirs exist, but few possess her level of training, her political significance, her constitutional power, her global influence. While other heirs may enjoy popularity, none carry the institutional responsibility that Leonor does. She is not just inheriting wealth and ceremony. She is inheriting the soul of a nation. That makes her influence unmatched. Chapter 10. The Psychological Strength of a Future Queen. Power begins in the mind. Princess Leonor's upbringing emphasizes emotional control, stress management, public responsibility, psychological resilience. From a young age, she learned to speak under pressure, to remain calm under scrutiny, to represent millions with dignity. This emotional discipline gives her inner authority, the most powerful form of leadership. Chapter 11. The World is Watching, a Global Royal Icon. Leonor's public appearances draw international media attention, diplomatic focus, cultural fascination. Her speeches often trend worldwide. Her military graduation was followed globally. Her role in Spain's National Day celebrations is broadcast internationally. She is not just Spain's future queen. She is a global royal phenomenon. Chapter 12. The Symbol of Hope for a New Generation. To young people, Princess Leonor represents modern leadership, female empowerment, responsibility, discipline, education. She is proof that royalty can evolve. This emotional connection with youth gives her generational power that few royals possess. Chapter 13. The Silent Influence, How Leonor Shapes Politics Without Voting. Though constitutionally neutral, her influence shapes national unity, Diplomatic tone. Public sentiment. Her presence alone can calm tensions, inspire confidence, and shift narratives. That is true power. Chapter 14. A Legacy in the Making. Princess Leonor is not waiting to become powerful. She already is. Every step she takes builds a legacy that could define European monarchy for decades. Final thoughts. Why Princess Leonor is truly Europe's most powerful royal. Power today is no longer about crowns, castles, and commands. It is about influence, leadership, unity, and responsibility. Princess Leonor embodies all four. Her strategic education, military authority, emotional intelligence, cultural symbolism, global presence make her the most powerful royal in Europe today, and possibly the most influential queen of the century. Her reign has not yet begun, but her power already has. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories about royalty, hidden power, and untold history. There's so much more waiting to be uncovered, and you won't want to miss what comes next. Crown sparkles.